remission.
Right. He has another brother, I think, that also died from cancer. I could be wrong, but I've read an article that said the mother had lost another son.
A lot of times that is a genetic thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, colon cancer can be,
yeah, that runs in families.
So I'm sorry about all of that, but I'm going to pray for her.
Right.
And I'm going to send her good vibes and good energy and all that positive meditation. I hope it works out. Yeah. So we're going to also, this is our segment, we're going to call this What's Going On. Yeah. So me and Jada were also talking about Jeremiah. I'm a fan of his.
Yeah.
And he was suffering with COVID-19.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, what did you learn about his health, and do you have any updates on it?
So TMZ was the first to report it, which is interesting because TMZ, them people got eyes everywhere. They get to it before the family does. Right. So as of right now, the family has been very, very private. We don't know when he checked in, when he was diagnosed specifically, but we do know that early Sunday is when he was moved to the ICU at a hospital in Chicago. They haven't disclosed, obviously the hospital. And he was put on a ventilator. Basically, COVID was really, really attacking his system really bad. He wasn't able to breathe on his own anymore, and that's how they went and moved him to the ventilator. We did get reports, according to 50 Cent, who has actually been very vital in keeping us updated with it. And his brother came out actually yesterday and did an interview and said that 50 is a very close family friend and that, basically to trust what 50 has to say. Okay. And so 50 came out again yesterday and said he's doing much better.
Chance the Rapper is also close to him. They're both from Chicago, right?
Right.
Okay.
So, and he's one of the many people that came out and let us know that it was even going on because Jeremiah's family didn't really say anything. We found out through other celebrities. And so 50 came out yesterday and he said, Jeremiah's doing a lot better. He's now responsive, at least.
Well, that's good.
And so, it's pretty much a waiting game as of right now. Like I said, the brother did an interview yesterday. He said he still actively wants everyone's prayers. They're not out of the woods yet. He's doing better, but he's not doing his best.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, let's put a hand clap together because we're going to put our hands together in prayer and a hand clap.
Yes.
There you go. For Jeremiah, I'm happy to hear that he's doing well and improving. Well, doing better and improving. So, so that's that. Coming up next, we are going to be talking to Kyle Knight. Now, you've never met, I don't know if you're familiar with Kyle, but he's an independent artist out of New York City. And he seems to have a message in his music and all his songs. So, today I'm going to be talking to Kyle, and he's going to share some of his new music. So, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with my guest, Kyle Knight. This is The Show with Kim Swain.
What's poppin', family? It's your homegirl, Terrence Simone,
Latoria G,
and Miss Caprice.
We're here to tell you about our hot new show, Next Now, Weekend Edition.
With segments like Giving You the Business and Woo Child. Tune in every Saturday and Sundays, 10 to 12 on Atlanta's Next 100.
Right here on IBNX Radio Network.
Our community, our station.
Powered by IBNXRadioNetwork.com.
Station I listen to 24/7.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
Don't get it twisted.
Kyle Knight, sister, everyone knows it's not right. The way you do your body at night. A way out, all you gotta do is get it right. Know what you don't even think is your mind sink. Hey there, sister, don't do that. On your back every day, just for some pay. Common sense, it'll all come your way. Hey there, sister. No man in his right mind will ever kiss you. Instead, he'd rather dish you. They see you day by day. They know that your life is astray. You've been around the block. They pick you up along the way. Got some advice. Hey, sister, get it right. Saying you a working girl, that ain't working. No pennies, no skirting, money flirting. The player pimps know you. Your rep's a bad one, and you know it too. What you gonna do, sister?
Hey there, sister. Can I talk to you for a while? Hey there, sister. Let me change your frown to a smile. I see what you've been going through. These dudes keep playing games, but let me show you what love's so true. Your life won't be the same, sister.
The choice is yours. What you gonna do? Your heart starts thumping every time he leaves the room. Knowing that he's creeping, lying, cheating, checking his calls every day and every evening. You know the answers, so stop with the questions. You've been here before, be a woman, start addressing. It's your time, your love, your direction. It's all about you. Don't be a number two. You deserve more. Not some chick's panties on the floor. Does it come when you can't take it no more? Your love is priceless, not a throwaway thing. More precious than a title or a diamond ring. And use your head on this one. Be smart and not dumb. Chin up, sister, and pick the right one. Pick and choose, and always love you. The truth to get you through. Sister.
Hey there, sister. Can I talk to you for a while? Hey there, sister. Let me change your frown to a smile. I see what you've been going through. These dudes keep playing games, but let me show you a love so true. Your life won't be the same, sister.
Dear sister, got some advice. All you gotta do is get it right. Think. Is your mind in sync? Common sense. It's all about you. Don't be a number two. Do the right one. Pick and choose. What you gonna do?
Hey there, sister. Can I talk to you for a while? Hey there, sister. Let me change your frown to a smile. I see what you've been going through. These dudes keep playing games, but let me show you a love so true. Your life won't be the same. Hey there, sister. Can I talk to you for a while? Hey there, sister. Let me change your frown to a smile. I see what you've been going through. These dudes keep playing games, but let me show you what love.
Hey there, sister. Everyone knows it's not right. The way you do your body at night. A way out. All you gotta do is get it right. No way you don't even think. Is your mind in sync? Hey there, sister. Don't do that on your back every day just for some pay. Common sense, it'll all come your way. Hey there, sister. No man in his right mind will ever kiss you. Instead, he'd rather dish you. They see you day by day. They know that your life is a stray. You've been around the block. They pick you up along the way. Got some advice. Hey sister, get it right. Saying you a working girl, that ain't working. No pins, low skirt, money flirting. The player pimps know you, your rep's a bad one, and you know it too. What you gonna do? Hey there, sister. 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 The choice is yours. What you gonna do? Your heart starts thumping every time he leaves the room. Knowing that he's creeping, lying, cheating, checking his calls every day and every evening. You know the answers, so stop with the questions. You've been here before, be a woman, start correcting. It's your love, your time, your direction. It's all about you. Don't be a number two. You deserve more. Not some chick's panties on the floor. Does it come when you can't take it no more? Your love is priceless, not a throwaway thing. More precious than a title or a diamond ring. And use your head on this one. Be smart and not dumb. Chin up, sister, and choose the right one. Pick and choose, and always love you. The truth will get you through. Hey there, sister. 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 Hey there, sister.
think you may need all of mine. Hate to say, you know that love is blind. I'm about to see, I close my eyes, they can't see you in here though. Most of them need dollar signs to make every day your birthday and every night your Valentine. But we tried that, we could be somewhere the climate is warm, long as you around me. I swear that everything will be just fine. I wish that we could take some time. Go anywhere, baby, I don't mind. Grown man in my suit and tie. Hey, there's no way without you. Hey, there's no way without you. Hey, there's no way without you. See my baby know. When my baby go, I go. There's no better feeling, you know. When I'm next to her, for sure. It's like, oh no, hey, get this off my chest. Out there, I know I love you. I swear you're the best. Benz in all day, hey. Let that off my chest. Oh yeah, I think I love you. Oh baby, maybe we tried that, we could be somewhere the climate is warm, long as you around me. I swear that everything will be just fine. I wish that we could take some time. Go anywhere, baby, I don't mind. Grown man in my suit and tie. Hey, there's no way without you. Hey, there's no way without you. Hey, there's no way without you. If we tried that, we could be somewhere the climate is warm, long as you around me. I swear that everything will be just fine. I wish that we could take some time. Go anywhere, baby, I don't mind. Grown man in my suit and tie. Hey, there's no way without you. Hey, there's no way without you. Hey, there's no way without you.
Caucasian with glasses, gorgeous fashion, going through pain. Memory flashes, couldn't deal with the pain. Quick to try anything, didn't know Molly's a mix with methadone. Took 3, dispose of a life and dreams. Fell forward on the cabin tree, stumbled over a chair. Suck at the air, you know she overdosed. One big cat, like a slump with the head on her lap. This Molly capsule crack, gotta fall onto her knees. God please, in a 2-bedroom condo, couldn't get enough air to her nostrils. Defenseless, going through it, didn't mean to do it. Lived it up, I was one of the best. Lying dead in cardiac arrest. A victim from pills, dead for real. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Dope boy pulled up in the Bentley. Are you not? Are you with me? Pulled off doing 60. This young man was a fool. Caught out in the hustler's pool, tight on ends, in need to make a friend. Sideways in the parking lot, put out the ziplock, gotta make sure you ain't a cop. Gave him a sample, much more than he could handle. Teeth get the chattering, pain in his abdomen, feeling strange, couldn't get a hold of things. Music blasting, seatbelt unfastened, overdosed while the driver was laughing. Thought he was sleeping, the seat was leaking. Shook him up multiple times, Nobody called for help that day. Left that ass outside, gone without a trace. Missing half his face. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Do you see what addiction is doing to people? Passed out in front of family, on the curb, bums on the subway. Fiends lean on the steps with a needle. The side effects is death till there ain't nothing left. Drive up windows, convenient pharmacies, a corrupt medical in many countries. Commercials selling the grip. Call now, toll free. The man in the office with the weakest knees. The warehouse stores it to a certain degree. Prescribed to doctors, killing patients, celebrities. The biggest killer, most definitely. The bigger the pill, the bigger the feeling. Dying on the floor and the ceiling spinning. Time to make a mental decision. Because addiction's nothing but an inner confliction. Flame ya. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya.
Okay, and we were back. We are back. We were just listening to some music from my friend Kyle Knight. He's coming from New York City. Let me tell you a little bit about Kyle. Okay, let me read his bio to you. Kyle Knight. KymSwainShow.com. And Kyle's a lyricist, and he's combining the power of his lyricism and message with full instrumentation and riveting solos. He strives to elevate hip-hop to new heights while avoiding profanity. Kyle's message of resistance fuels a directed effort to uplift and inform. The recent release of his debut album, The Truth EP, has gained acclaim internationally, on top of his domestic popularity reaching fans as far as Africa, India, the Philippines, and Colombia, to name a few. With the use of storytelling, the relevance of Kyle's music naturally resonates in this tumultuous era. Very true. So let's put the hands together for Kyle Knight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome Kyle Knight to the show. I saw a delayed hand clap, but you got one. Hi, Kyle.
Hey, how's it going this morning?
Everything's going well. Are you in New York? Are you calling us from New York?
Yes, I'm here in New York.
Okay, so what's going on with you? We were just talking about one of the engineer here, my friend Storm. He mentioned that your voice, the sound of your voice, and the way you, the cadence of your voice, it was very Tupac-ish.
Oh, well, thank you. A lot of things today are kind of changing and stuff like that. And a lot of my earlier material, like Hey Sister and some stuff from Addiction, some of the stuff sounds like Pac a little bit, because at the time that I put it out back in 2017, nobody was really giving a heart and soul performance like that. Now, on the new tracks that we have today, we have a lot more of what you hear on today's mainstream hip-hop radio, and with today's cadence, along with heart and soul tracks like we've been doing.
Okay, so you're a conscious rapper, and you stay close to, you like to speak of the topics that are going on. So right now, with everything that we're facing in the world, from politics to health to murdering each other, just any kind of race murder, just race wars, what is the message that you want to bring to the world? How are you bringing positivity through your music?
Well, I'm definitely bringing empowerment. I'm definitely bringing the truth, and I'm definitely bringing things on a high conscious level to definitely take the heart of the listener and the mind of the listener into a whole different place that a lot of guys out there in hip hop really aren't doing. Now, I like to try and take unique ways to my songwriting to try and make it as relevant as today's hip hop, and as relevant as possible, and as being original as possible in my songwriting.
Okay, I like that, Kyle. So what made you want to just make your music about relevant topics? I mean, are you involved in different, do you have anyone in your family that's had domestic issues, domestic violence, or was it something personal that made you want to speak through your music about these topics?
Well, me personally, I write from a lot of my past experiences, and a lot of things that I see every day and I'm going through my life. And I had a bit of a rough childhood, and there was a lot of things that I just wanted to get off my chest, and things that I was seeing at that particular time that I wanted to put into my music. And so I just put a lot of time and dedication into my songwriting, and that's where we have the songs that I have online and I have in social media and on my platforms today. And today what we're doing is really balancing things with fun records and also with more conscious material, but also doing a lot more of what's going on today's radio in terms of fun records, but then still keeping the Kyle Knight that people love, which is the conscious side and the very empowering side as well.
All right. So politically, you should have a lot to talk about on this project.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to talk about politically on the project, and what we have now, the whole East Side project that we're putting out there by the end of this year. It accommodates 2 songs, which is the Malcolm X By Any Means Necessary remix project, was about 3 remixes on the actual EP, and then we had the highlight track, which is the EP East Side, aka also known as Where I've Been.
Okay, Where I've Been. So you play instruments, Kyle?
Yes, I do. I know a little bit of chords and piano and stuff like that, but I'm really a producer. Like, I can come into Prince Ice's studio, I can come into a studio out here and really just like co-produce, because I know the studio gear. I know Logic Pro Audio. I also know certain little things in Fruity Loops. I know pretty much everything, you know, when it comes time to producing and things like that. So I'm able to take my little bit of musician skills and then my producing skills, and I put them together. And of course, we all know me as Kyle Knight, the songwriter, and then we just have an extreme package from right there.
Okay, that's what's up, Kyle. So I remember your song, Hey Sister. I like that song. What made you write that song, Hey Sister? Was it something personal that you experienced that made you want to say that to women around the world?
Well, I grew up in Harlem, and I grew up in Uptown Manhattan. And I really seen women that didn't really have a lot of respect for themselves, and I really felt through Hey Sister that I could really write a powerful song to empower women so that they could really open their eyes to the reality around them, which is domestic violence, which is also abusive relationships, prostitution, and to really try to promote it as high as possible, with the strongest as message as possible, so that the audience and the listener, of course, women at that time who would listen to Hey Sister would really be impacted and would really feel empowerment and would really feel to change their lives through the song.
Okay. So tell me about what you have this song, Addiction. What made you write Addiction?
Well, what made me write Addiction was, of course, the opioid epidemic and things like that, and a lot of things that we see going on with heroin and going on out there in the streets, like the streets of Boston, the streets of Harlem. And I just really felt, once again, just through my songwriting, just through being a conscious artist, and just really through being a lyricist, how can I really portray this to people, and how could I really put this on a picture platter that it would really impact people to think differently about addiction, to think differently about using drugs, and to empower themselves. And to stay away from drugs, of course, and that addiction, it'll flame you and it'll kill you.
Okay.
And it's really to empower and through positivity for people to embrace the best in their lives, And Addiction is a great song, and you also want to jump on YouTube too and check out the Addiction remix, which is produced by Seneca the Product, because that's an excellent remix we have up there as well.
Okay, well maybe we can play that. You said it's called Addiction the Remix, and it was produced by
Seneca the Product. Okay,
did you do any other projects with him or just Addiction?
The Truth record, the actual the song that we had, the cut that we had, the music video behind, Seneca, he produced that record.
Okay, well we're gonna play Addiction now. Oh, we can't play it yet. We're gonna set up, but we're gonna prepare to play Addiction. So tell me, I know you work with Angelo Ellaby, and it seems like so many people that come through the show work with him. You're in great company, because I know that he has helped you move your project and your career forward. What is next? Like, what do you want to do? What else do you want to do besides music, Kyle? Do you want to be a triple threat? Are you an actor, or is there anything else that you want to be?
Well, I really appreciate you for asking that question. I really do, because what I'm looking to do is to take my songwriting into getting to acting. Now, of course, I really want to get into television and get into film. Now, that's one thing that I aspire to do. Now, the second thing that I aspire to do, I want to be a humanitarian. I want to travel the world in places like Africa and China and help out places in need. That's what I want to do. And the third thing I want to do is I want to get out there on the street level and really on the studio level and help bring up other artists, other up-and-coming independent artists, and really help them as much as I can, along with putting better material out there, putting better music videos out there, and just really just keep reaching the next level, the highest level that I can reach at Kyle Knight Music, KyleKnightMusic.com.
That's awesome. Well, you've performed, at the Harlem Week, at the Art in the Park Festival, and at Radio 1's 2017 Back to School Party. So, your career is off to a good start. You're very young, right? So you got a long way to go, and you got a lot to do. We're going to play Addiction for my audience to hear. So, ladies and gentlemen, check out Addiction by Kyle Knight.
That cause schizophrenia, manic depression.
Caucasian with glasses, gorgeous fashion, going through pain. Memory flashes, couldn't deal with the pain. Quick to try anything, didn't know Molly's a mix with methadone. Took 3, dispose of a life and dreams. Fell forward on the cabin tree, stumbled over a chair, suck at the air, she overdosed. One big cat, lay a slump with the head of her lap. This Molly cat, so crack, gotta fall to her knees, God please. In a 2-bedroom condo, couldn't get enough air to a nostrils, defenseless, going through it. Didn't mean to do it, lived it up, I was one of the best. Lying dead in cardiac arrest, a victim of pills, dead for real. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Danger, addiction will change ya. Danger, addiction will flame ya. Don't boy, pulled up in the Bentley. Are you not? Are you with me? Pulled off doing 60. This young man was a fool. Caught out in the hustler's pool, tight on ends, in need to make a friend. Sideways in the parking lot, put out the ziplock, gotta make sure you ain't a cop. Gave him a sample, much more than he can handle. Deep get the shattering, pain is evident. Feeling strange, couldn't get a hold of things. Music blasting, seatbelt unfastened. Overdosed by the driver, was laughing. Thought he was sleeping, the seat was leaking. Shook him up multiple times, he ain't breathing. Wiped the cold sweat off his face. Nobody called for help that day. Let that ass outside go without a trace. Missing half his face. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Do you see what addiction is doing to people? Passed out in front of family, on the curb, bums on the subway. Fiends are lean on the steps with a needle. The side effects is death till there ain't nothing left. Drive-up windows, convenient pharmacies, a corrupt medical in many countries. Commercials selling the grip. Call now, toll free. The man in the office with the wickedest needs. The warehouse stores to a certain degree. Prescribed to doctors, killing patients, celebrities. The biggest killer, most definitely. The bigger the pill, the bigger the feeling. Dying on the floor and the ceiling spinning. Time to make a mental decision. Because addiction left the button and ended confliction. Flame ya. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya. Danger. Addiction will change ya. Danger. Addiction will flame ya.
Allow me to show you something.
Truth like you blind or wise. Live or die, truth will survive. Lies planted, word game semantics. A brainwash planet seems to run rampant. A way of life, plain to see. Time after time of lies and deceit. So be the truth, hear the truth, hold the truth. Way overdue. A rolling crisis, dark and bleak. Greenhouse gas, putting earth to sleep. Toxic waters, ravaging the sea. If you spoke the truth, all eyes can see. Chemical trails, climate change, poison in our body, melting in our brains. A subsonic search for a missing plan. No need to worry, my third eye got the way worldwide. temperatures are hot, the Big Apple, rockin' and pretty. Hopeless faces, war between races and YPD, a bunch of violent races. ISIS army, brainwash the youth, train kids to rape and shoot. Ain't that the truth? An issue in our world, easy to see. Denial of truth misguides humanity. Government schemes, deception of dreams. Politicians come clean, words will all lead. Ruin country, that state of mind. When we come to realize, the blind leading the blind. Media headline, tossed overnight. Who's wrong, who's right? Truth is as bright as the sunlight. North to the east, to the west, to the south. Check it out, worldwide.
Just listen to the truth. And so what was the whole idea behind you writing the truth? Now tell me a little bit more about that again.
Now the truth, I had so many ideas and so many concepts to why I wrote that song, and just so many reasons why I wrote that song back in 2016, because there were so many things going on a political level that I just really felt to tell people things that were going on in government and how the government was lying to people and corrupted society and everything, you know, governments coming clean and lying to people, and the things that have really been suppressed. And the truth is a real protest record, you know, and it's really just telling people to really stand up for what they believe in and to really always seek the truth, to always seek the truth, you know, and because as we know, the truth will set you free.
Oh, yeah. That's right. The truth will set you free. And we've been missing the truth for the last 4 years, but thank God. The truth is finally coming around again. Hopefully we can stay focused and people will be conscious and, pay more attention and get more educated on the subjects that we should be educated on so we can move forward productively. But right now we're going to move into your new single that you were telling me about. It's called The East Side. All right. So what's the concept behind this song, The East Side?
The concept behind the East Side song is pretty much telling people where I've been. The song is also named AKA, also known as Where I've Been, but the actual title of the track is parentheses East Side. And really what we tried to do was give people a balance of Kyle Knight music, of fun records, and then also the conscious records. And so now we have presented a balance that people can come now and get a whole different demographic of Kyle Knight music. Now, this song, East Side, applies to the younger audience as well as the mature audience. And then we also have a lot of things in the song like live horns and drums that are really keeping the production and the originality that we've been coming with at Kyle Knight Music. And lyrically, the song is on point and it's such a fun record. I mean, the response that I have been getting back on this record has really been outstanding.
Okay. So without no more further ado, we're going to play your next track, The East Side by Kyle Knight.
Chillin' on the east side, I've been chillin' on the west side, I've been chillin' on the east side, I've been chillin' on the west side.
Chillin' on that east side, that best side, that flex side. Who gon' be next ride? Rolling up, I'm best side. My pen wet, my tongue dry. Damn nigga, I'm so high. So high. My hood fit Gucci, my bag shit Louis. Spitting shit like this, don't know what got into me. Shorty bad, and I know she wanna do me. Get her to the crib, I know she gon' lose it.
I've been chillin' on the east side, I've been chillin' on the west side, I've been chillin' on the east side, I've been chillin' on the west side, I've been.
Now I've been looking for the black and brown women, wifey type, the one that spends the night. Compromise, we never fuss or fight. Type of woman that I need in my life. Bars like this since knee high. Be on your ass like Levi. All gas, no pressure. VVS is my pleasure. Worldwide schemes equal worldwide dreams equal worldwide cream.
I've been chillin' on the east side.
chillin' on the west side. I've been chillin' on the east side. I've been chillin' on the west side. I've been chillin' on the east side. I've been chillin' on the west side. I've been chillin' on the east side. I've been chillin' on the west side. I've been
on the east side. I've been chilling on the west side. I like it, Kyle. You got some profanity in there. Got a little rough language.
Yeah. So we're actually getting ready to shoot the music video behind that. We're trying to get the music video behind that by the first of the year, have it done by Christmas, as well as charting. Now we have this coming to BET, MTV, all national platforms, and we're going to have a dirty version, a clean version, and this is really just something to really present a really great balance at Cal Night Music. So now you have a different demographic of conscious records and fun records, and a different demographic of Cal Night Music.
It's a whole nice genre. You got like a colorful picture of music. So, Kyle, tell people how they can follow you, how they can get your music, and your social media contacts.
Of course. Now, everywhere on social media is Kyle Night Music, and the website is KyleNightMusic.com. Once again, on social media, it's Kyle Night Music everywhere, and on my website, it is KyleNightMusic.com. Thanks a lot, Kim.
Well, you are very welcome. Put your hands together once again for Kyle Night. We get a hand clap. And thank you for stopping by the show. And we look forward to sharing more music from you. I want to thank Angelo Ellaby and Double Exposure for, letting me know all about you and everything that you're doing. So don't give up. Keep going. Keep doing what you do and keep on being conscious and positive. I love it.
Thanks, sister. Have a blessed day.
All right. You too. Thank you, Kyle. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. That was some new music from Kyle Night Music. That was a great interview. He's very positive, good energy. I like that. Soul inspiring, So when we come back, we're going to be speaking to Nat Robinson, founder of First Priority Music. He is the man behind great artists like MC Light, Audio 2, Positive K, and many, many more. He has some new artists that he's working with, and he has transformed his company not only into music and entertainment, but media as well. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Coming up next, Nat Robinson. This is The Show with Kim Swain.
Yo, what's good, Atlanta? It's your man, Keyshawn Adon, here with my friend, Chris Tucker. Chris, what's up?
What's up, Keyshawn? I'm here to talk about our brand new show we got coming called Next Now. It'll be on the weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m.
Oh, dope. That ain't during the time of my show.
No, it's not. We don't want to take your little followers.
Ooh, not my little followers. Look, where can they find it at?
They can find it on ATL's Next 100.
Y'all heard it here first. Tune in weekdays from 12 to 2 to Next Now on ATL's Next 100. Our community, our station.
Next 100. Stand up. Get it pop right now. Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
Number one station for hip hop and R&B.
You know what the deal is. ATL's Next 100.
Check it out. MCMI, people call me Milk. When I'm busting up a party, I feel no guilt. Gizmos cutting up for the suckers that's down with me. The one of us, that's how I feel. To be down, you must appeal to the two. We're rated R, we're gifted, and we're going far down the road to the bank. While I'm here, I'd like to thank Mom and Dad, they knew the time. Gizmo scratching, Milk D's rhyming, Milk is chilling, Giz is chilling. What more can I say? Top billing, that's what we get. Got it good, since you understood. Would you stop scheming and looking hard? I got a great big bodyguard, so step up if you wanna get hurt. Milky's gonna pull this skirt. I get money, money I got. Stunts call me honey if they feel real hot. That's how it is. You can ask Giz. I stole your girl while you were in prison. Jail for MC assault. You was jealous, it's all your fault. Milk is chillin', Giz is chillin'. What more can I say? Top billing, that's what we get. Got it good, and since you understood, would you clap your hands? Your hands you clap. If your girl's out of place, it's your girl I slap. And if you're dumb, you ask why. I am from that do or die. The audio 2, the 2's audio. I got a brother and his name's Gizmo. Milk is chillin', Gizmo's chillin'. What more can I say? Top billing, that's what we get. you dare. I get the paper, so I don't care. My contributions to this jam is confusing because I am Milk D stated all the way. The super easy modest MC, okay. Yes, I'm down by law. I get the girlies out on the floor. G is D, down is G. To the at the top is where he'll be. At is us, call us odd. Girls come in, you won't be bored. Milk is chillin', Gizmo's chillin'. What more can I say? Top billin', that's what we get. Got it good, and since you understood, would you do a dance? Dance the two. If you can dance, it's easy to do. This dance is on and on and on. Dance until your breath is gone. To the at the top is where he'll be. At is us, call us odd. Girls come in, you won't be bored. Milk is chillin', Gizmo's chillin'. What more can I say? Top billin', that's what we get. Got it good, and since you understood, would you do a dance? Dance the two. If you can dance, it's easy to do. This dance is on and on and on. Dance until you're
I met him in the club hanging out one night. He said, hello, I'm George. Hi, life. How's everything going, huh? How you doing? Hope everything's fine. Ooh, and can I call you sometimes? Can I get the digits and the address so I can come visit? I gave him the digits. That wasn't a problem. Cause if he caused any, I would have to solve them. Cause George looked good. Damn good. And if I didn't, some other girl would. In my mind, I hope for the best. Convincing myself that this was not a test. Cause I heard many things about Georgie. Nothing kinky, like no orgies. I heard he knows how to make love. Like an angel from the heaven above. Who was I kidding? I'd give him a try. This life needs love too, and that ain't no lie. Keep your ears open, hope that you're listening. Cause I'm about to take you on a Georgie Porgy mission. I gave him the number, I saw it in his eyes. She gave me the number, I'm surprised. Good conversation over the phone. He began to comfort me whenever I was alone. George was sweet, so nice and so neat. With any other guy, he didn't have to compete. George was mature, he made sure that he was the only man I'd ever adore. Girl, have you ever had a friend that you get with every now and then? I know for a fact George had a lot of girls spread out from state to state around the world. As long as he was smart and kept his girls in check, made sure I never saw them and showed me respect. He didn't have to be loyal like men should be. I don't care about the other girls, just be good to me. But if I ever saw one, that would be the end. He couldn't kick the storyline and she was just a friend. The girls I didn't care if I don't lie. See, cause Georgie was into making young girls cry. George was clean, no drugs and such. But once in a while, he'd drink too much. Hanging in the club where they played rockers. Him and his friend drinking vodka. I was looking for him, and I found him there. With his clothes messed up and his up hair. I told him he was messing up, he wouldn't go far. He got mad and asked his friends for the keys to the car. I said, don't drive, use your head. Drive while you're drunk and you'll kill yourself dead. We began to argue, bad words were said. Then he got kicked out by some long-haired dread. Ran into the car as if in a hurry. He started the car, but his vision was blurry. He didn't care, he drove off into the night, riding for miles without his headlights. Georgie Porgy had too much on his mind. He was still young, yet running out of time. Last week he took tests and the doctor told him George had cancer in his lungs and his colon. See, when he was 12, he started smoking. Paid no attention when he started choking. Thoughts flashed through his head, there they stuck. To Georgie Porgy, crashed into a truck. I wish I would've told him how I liked him so much. How he made me feel with the slightest touch. Now he's gone and I can't tell him nothing. Wish he was here so I could say something. Sorry is not to
Brooklyn-born New York Robinson entered the corporate world fresh out of college, working with the IBM Corporation in the area of sales and marketing, followed by a lengthy stint as Eastern Region VP of RCA's Computer Marketing and Sales Division. Always intrigued by music, he began expressing interest through promoting local shows in New York City clubs. As the decade ended, Robinson made a major move by leasing and renovating a building in the Tribeca area of Manhattan, north of the downtown Wall Street area. He launched a fully fledged club known as Tribeca. The club became one of New York City's hottest hotspots. Since Tribeca became a popular location for the music industry and personnel to gather at night, Robinson found himself checking into the feasibility of opening his own record company, which he did. After the initial success of the song Top Billin', Atlantic Records approached Robinson seeking an international distribution situation for his newly formed First Priority music label, which included MC Lyte, Audio 2, Milk D, Jason Downs, and Iman. Robinson broadened his horizons during the 90s to include film directors and actors. Young film writer, director Tony Cipriani's first movie, Hell's Kitchen, starred Mekhi Phifer, Angelina Jolie. I just lost my flow. Angelina Jolie, Rosanna Arquette, and William Forsythe. Robinson, in collaboration with Peter Gabriel, provided the scoring and soundtrack for this 1998 film. And his career has continued to expand and broaden, and I'm so happy to welcome here to the show today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for putting your hands together for my guest, Nat Robinson.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hello, Nat. There's so much to say about you. That's just like a little bit of information I pulled from your LinkedIn and from some research I did last night with G. But I just want to make sure I give people the full, preference and preface behind you, because, you are equivalent to Berry Gordy or Russell Simmons or any of the hip hop or R&B pioneer that has created such a legacy and just helped so many other artists with their careers. So I just want to commend you, and I'm thanking you for taking time out for talking to me today.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. But first, before you came on, we were playing Audio 2, and that was one of your first singles to release on First Priority Music, which also is your two sons, Milk and Giz, and that was your first release, and it has continued to receive enormous success for you. And you just told me recently you signed a huge licensing deal with Target for that track. So, and that's like a year out. And can you tell me a little bit about all the success behind just your first project, putting it out, and how it expanded over time?
Well, Top Billin', actually, we had a song. The first song was called Make It Funky.
Right.
And it Make It Funk, and Top Billin' was the B-side. And Top Billin' took the lead on that record. So we had to run back and repress Top Billin' as the A-side.
Wow.
And, we are walking down the streets of Manhattan, and all of a sudden you hear these kids going by in the different cars, and you hear them playing Top Billin'. Marley Marl was playing Top Billin' in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So that, we were just amazed that it was being played, and then we just jumped on it and made it the number one record, and it blew up.
Wow. So was your decision to go into the music industry after you left IBM, or were you just transitioning and just saw opportunity? And then when your son started producing, you said, you know what, the time is now. How did that transition?
Well, I actually left IBM. I went to RCA, and then I left RCA and ventured into the club business.
Got it. Right.
And then, Milk and them, those guys were pretty young at that point. And right after that, after the club business, I took a little break, and then Milk really wanted to. Actually, he went to Russell. I told him to go to Russell.
Wow.
I know Russell from the club business. He used to come down to my club and bring artists. He'd bring Curtis Blow, breaks in that. He was the only rapper I allowed in my club in those days.
Wow.
Was Curtis Blow, and Russell used to come all the time. So I sent Milk over to Russell. I called Russell, and I sent him over to Russell to talk to him. But they sat there for like 3 or 4 hours. Russell was in a meeting, and then they left after 4 hours waiting for him.
Mm-hmm.
So they left, and came back, and Milk said, why don't we just do a label? I said, you know what, we should just do a label.
Right.
And started a label, not really knowing what we were doing, but we had a book, This Business Music, and that was the Bible that we used to function.
You know, that's funny because I remember when I got my first recording contract, my lawyer told me, now go get this book, The Business of Music, and keep that as your Bible. Whatever, you know, always refer to that. And to this day, it's a perfect reference, you know, but things have changed a lot. But that is the basis of the industry and knowing, you know, how to protect yourself and what to do.
It is a little dated now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, because of the digital marketing, things
Right.
have changed.
Yeah.
If you take that now, you'll be a little obsolete.
You'll be a little bit, you'll be behind the times and doing the, but it is a good place to know the standards of the industry and kind of learn about being business minded, right?
Right.
So you also worked with MC Light. She was on First Priority. We also played some Positive K. Those are some of our favorite artists. Legendary in New York. Those are like the anthems, you know, the music that you cannot go to a club even to this day. Like I Got a Man. All of these songs, every song from First Party that I can recall, when you put them on in a club to this day, you can hype up a club, right? So how did you get involved? How did MC Light end up coming to, you know, at First Priority? And then what was it in her that you saw that made her look like a success to you and continue to invest in her career?
She came to the house. We were working out of the house at that time, and Milk had a studio in the basement. And she came over, a guy named Eric Cole. He was part of a group called Alliance, which was at First Priority also. Not at that point, but they became part of it. Brought her over for us to meet. And Milk told her, you know, hey, I got a track. Can you rhyme to it? And she rhymed to it. And we're like, wow,
freestyle? She just went freestyle?
Incredible.
Wow. That's awesome. And Positive K, he came along a little bit later too. He also had some great success at First Priority.
Right. He, I don't know if you remember X Clan.
Yeah.
Lumumba Carson. I believe his father was his son. I can't remember his father's first name, but he was a big guy in Brooklyn. I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Carson. So Lumumba actually brought Positive to me, and they had already did a song called Quartergram Pam. And so I said, yeah, I like this. This is dope. So we did Quartergram Pam, and then we started doing other things, Step Up Front, Good Combination, I Got a Man. You know?
Yeah, I Got a Man.
I'm sorry, I Got a Man it was Positive song. He did that on his own.
Right. Now he's singing both voices. A lot of people think it's a woman, you know, singing with him, but it's actually him doing both parts.
Yeah, right. And it's so ironic. He called me like about 3 or 4 days ago on a Saturday night. You know, they call me D. D, come on out and have a drink with me because he's in Georgia.
Right.
But I couldn't because it was kind of late. I wasn't going out that late.
I know that's right. Not these days. So now you have so much going on at First Priority. You ventured into an international multimedia company, and you're doing all these great things. How have you transitioned all of your content and what you're moving going forward into a international multimedia company?
Well, what I'm trying, my goal right now is I really want to break into the film business. You know, film is where we are right now. You know, it's an intellectual property that almost anybody can break into. It's not the old days where you had to go to Hollywood and, you know, maybe one person out of 10,000 gets on, you know?
Right.
But now, you know, you can actually do your movies. You can put them on Netflix and all these different platforms, or you can try to take it to Hollywood also.
Right.
So I really, that's my dream right now, is to really get the right film there. And we do have a script which starts with the club business and segues into the music business about the artist. I spoke to Light, I spoke to Positive, I spoke to everybody. So everybody's down to do a 2-part, and they will be doing the 2-part of it.
Right.
Where they will talk about themselves, you know.
Right. Everybody will go and promote and do their part. Now, speaking of that, I mentioned earlier in the conversation about the licensing deal that you got with Target, and how that is they're going to be using your track that Audio 2 produced, Milk produced, Top Billin', and how that song, that one track has been all over the world 300 times or so. I think it's been
a little over 300 samples and reuses.
Wow.
And what it is, the Target deal is Real Love. Real Love is a song that Puffy did for Mary J. Blige, but he took Top Billin' and he used it as the track. And one night we were at a theater looking at a movie that was coming up, and he walked out. I said, "Nat, we got to do something." The guy said, "Come on, Puff. You could talk to Andre. You could talk to anybody. Just call me. You could have got my phone number. We just have to work it out."
Mm-hmm.
So we worked it out, and we cut a 50-50 deal with him. And Top Billin' is the music in Real Love.
Right.
So right now, the song Real Love, Target has just picked up a major, major deal. If you're in New York, everybody's telling me they see that commercial like 10 times a day.
Right.
But this last week, they started in Georgia.
Okay.
And I have to ask, what's the young lady's name, G? From Anita from where is she from? Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
She's a major new artist. She's big. She just did a thing with Warner, and she just did a song with Cardi B.
Okay.
And so we're also doing Spanish. They're doing a Spanish
version of the commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've heard that. So she's an artist. Did she do that song already, or did she? She's just doing it for the commercial.
Yes, for the Spanish side.
Okay, cool.
So that's really hot, and that's really, really big. Now, I'll be honest. I didn't know who she was.
Right.
And, I'm negotiating. They're telling me this, they're telling me that. No, I'm not going to do that. Then I realized this girl has, if you go look at her IG, she has 50 million followers.
Wow.
50 million.
Right. She has a lot of influence, yeah.
Yeah, she's huge. So she's singing Real Love in Spanish.
Wow.
And that's part of the promotion, the marketing. And then we're doing the regular one with Top Billin' and Mary J. Blige.
Right.
So it looks like it's blowing up. They are everywhere. This commercial's everywhere. They're doing the Black Friday now, and then we did a 1-year contract, and possibly 3 years. We'll see.
That's what's up. Congratulations. That's huge.
That's the first time we've done that. All our stuff has been samples. We did all the samples, like, for Jay-Z, Otis, we own a part of that. 50 Cent, I Get Money.
Right, I get money. We were talking about that. I forgot about that one,
Yeah.
It's like so many.
Yeah, and we did a 50-50 deal with 50 Cent on that one. We got Dr. Dre.
Right.
It's called Bitch Nigga, but that was
to hear you say that is hilarious.
And will.i.am just did an album recently, and we have part of that. He's talking to all his people, whatever their names are, chilling. This one's chilling. What more can I say?
Right.
Stop billing them. Yeah, so we just got that one. So we're averaging about 1 sync license or 2 sync licenses a month.
That's wow.
That's unheard of.
That's kind of huge.
You get 1 a year,
Right, or at all. If you can catch it, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's enormous.
So we have Usher. Usher used it twice. Snoop just redid it. He just did a copy of it.
That's crazy. What's funny to me though? It's so crazy that it's wonderful that this has reached the success that it has, but it's beyond anything I could have imagined, because like I told you, I went to school with Milk, right? So when we were in school, he was like, he was a little superstar back then. He was in the play, The King and I. But I remember when we graduated, we were all going to high school one day. I mean, he used to always talk about the early parts of it. So I got to see it from the other side when he used to say, yeah, I'm making songs. And me and my brother, we're going to be stars. And my dad's doing this. And be like, we say, he's talking, but we want to see it. We can't wait to see this. And then to see it, actually come into fruition. I remember when it's like, I Like Cherries was the first single.
I left that one out.
I Like Cherries.
That was actually the first record.
He saw me one day. And he had the album, and he goes, we got this new single coming out. I said, what's the name of it? He said, I Like Cherries. I was like, get out of here. Sure enough, that Friday night, they played it on, I think it was Mr. Magic. Who was on? They played Top Bill, and I was like, that's Kurt. Oh, wow. So I remember actually being able to say that, wow, I seen and I knew him when he was even developing the idea of what he was going to do. And he spoke of you and all these things. To see it come into fruition is amazing. And I'm so happy for everybody that things are going to this day. What was it, 30 years later, 35 years later?
35 years later. And what I did, I spoke to him last night. I tried to get him today, but he has an appointment. So he couldn't do it today. I said, I'm going to call Kim and get him on and let him explain the stuff like with Daddy and that type stuff.
Right.
he couldn't do it. So I said, well, I'm going to talk to Kim, and maybe we can reschedule something in the future. And he said, yeah, he would love to do it.
That would be awesome.
And the thing was so funny. He knew exactly who you were.
Yeah, we sat right across from each other. We were in the smart class. We were in the SP class.
So we talked last night. He says he would love to do it. Just, let him know if there's possibility in the near future.
All right.
Okay, cool. But I left it. But I was trying to get him to come on today, but he couldn't. He actually has to be somewhere at 11 o'clock today.
Okay. That's what's up. Listen, we have time. There are more shows to do and much more information to give to the audience. But we're going to take a quick break and play some more music from First Priority. I think Storm is going to play MC Light. And then we're going to come on right back. And then we're going to talk about the new artists that you have and moving forward. Because I know you got to get the kids to the dentist. So I'm not going to keep you too long today. Okay?
You know everything, don't you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with more Nat Robinson.
Lying about the like how he knocked the boots last night. But he's a roughneck, so that side. Triple O, Bull D under the hood. Making noise with the boys up to no good. C-Lo on the down low. Cops come around so roughneck front like he gotta go. Evil grin with a mouth full of gold teeth. Starting beef is how he spells relief. Acting like he don't care. But all I gotta do is beep on 911 and he'll be there. Right by my side with his roughneck tactics. Roughneck attitude, the roughneck bastard. Gotta get everything is fitting large, but he ain't gotta be large to be in charge. Pumping in and out and out and in and here we go. He knows exactly how I want my flow and that slow. Never questioning, can he get buck wild? He gotta smack it, lick it, swallow it up style. A drink of beer, sitting in his chair, hands in his pants, fiddling with his dick hairs. He's a rude boy, a ragamuff, ready to bag another brother that he ranks not rough enough. Cause if it ain't rough, it ain't right. And if he ain't right, well then he's all wrong for the light. I love my roughneck and ain't nothing going down or going up if my roughneck ain't in town. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. I need it and I want it, so I gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. I need it and I want it, so I gotta get a roughneck. I need a roughneck. I need a man that don't snitch like a bitch, yet tears a switch. Doing whatever it takes to make ends meet, but never meeting the end cause he knows the street. Eats shit, fuck, eats shit. Then it's back to the streets to make a buck quick. Quick to bag, even don't gimmick out him here. Hit him with a bit of skins and he's out of there. On the avenue, girls are passing through. Too much of a roughneck, so they ain't having you. Hard popping, always grabbing his shotgun. Bragging about his tech is the wannabe roughneck. That's the kind you gotta watch out for. Just to get a rep and pull the plug on a tour. Pissing in corners, doing 80 by funeral mourners. Showing little respect, now that's a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. I need it and I want it, so I gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. I need it and I want it, so I gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. I need it and I want it, so I gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. I need it and I want it, so I gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. I need it and I want it, so I gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta get a roughneck. I need it and I want it, so I gotta get a roughneck. Yo, gotta.
Feeling like Paloma. Growing up, I never saw myself in a beauty space. Glossier, believe in me. Don't change who you are. My friends and my sister allow me to see the world differently and just laugh in the process. Feeling like my best. Feeling like ride or die queens. Feeling like lost.
NXRadioNetwork.com.
Check it out.
Next 100.
And we are back. This is the show with Kim Swain on IBNX Radio. I am having a great interview with music pioneer Nat Robinson, founder of First Priority Music and Entertainment Media right now. It's expanded so much more. He's doing such great things. The company has, like he said, one track has been such a blessing to them over and over, and even with all the other successes of all the other artists that have come through. We just got finished playing MC Light Roughneck, and Nat was telling me an interesting story. I didn't know that Puffy, he produced Roughneck. So tell me a little bit about that project.
Teddy Riley.
Oh, Teddy Riley. I'm sorry.
Yeah, produced Roughneck. And that was the first gold record Light had. That was the first gold. And then, after that, she did Keep On Keeping On with Jermaine Dupri, and that was her first platinum. And then she did Cold Rocker Party, which Puffy did, and that was her second platinum record, which was I think it was double platinum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's doing big things. She was just on BET. She had a great cypher on BET. So her career has had a whole new second wind. She has a whole new era of fans right now.
Oh yeah, I talk to her. I talk to her quite frequently, and she realizes she's going into a different part of media.
Right.
You can only rap but so long. Let's see what happens with some of the guys that are coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And see what happens. A lot of the old timers are coming back, and they're doing new stuff.
Yeah, there's a platform, like you said, with all these different media platforms. There's opportunities to have radio shows. And they know everybody. There's an opportunity to share your talent.
Chuck D has a new album coming out with Def Jam.
Wow. Okay.
So go figure. They're getting everybody from the past.
All right, I did see that. Right, because did they get Flavor Flav back involved in everything?
Yeah, he's involved with him.
Right.
The whole crew. Yeah, Flavor's going to be on the album also.
Right, because I knew that was going through social media for a while. I had caught that. That's awesome. There's no reason I think nowadays, if you have the talent and the gift and you're willing to put in the work, that you can't expose your projects.
Well, you know what's a great thing? One time I went to college with my older daughter to pick her up, and I walk into her dorm, and it was majority Caucasian girls there, and all I heard there was Al Green. So I went there, I said, "What is going on here?" Everybody's playing. She said, "Oh, they just discovered it."
So she was the soul. She was bringing the soul to the house, right?
Yeah, she said, but the girls just discovered. What the kids are doing now, they're going back and they're finding artists that they never heard before.
Yeah, and it's fresh and new. And even with my own daughter, I'll hear her listen to an artist singing a song that is a remake of an artist that I remember listening to when I grew up, and she thinks it's a new song, and I'm like,
right.
That's the jam, but they're not singing it. They're singing it different. Oh my, you don't know. I'm like, I'm telling you.
Beautiful. I love it. We're in the digital days. The pandemic, with all the negative things that it brought us, is also going to bring us something great. Because we're never going to go back to what we were doing last year. It will be all new. When everybody gets well, that survives, it's going to be new. Everything will be digital. People will be working out of their homes. It's going to be a different world next year.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't want to be stuck up in my house too much.
Well, here's the thing. Everything that changes is good. As my grandmother told me, there's only one thing that's consistent.
And that's what and that's change.
Everything, is change. One thing that's consistent is change.
Yeah.
And we have to look at it, it's good. Everything is going to always be good as we get into it and how we manipulate it and massage it and make it good.
Got to finesse it.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a different world. Next year, it's going to be the beginning of a different world. We will not look like what we knew last year.
Yeah, now you gotta remember back. I remember this artist, Eamon. How you pronounce his name again? Eamon. Eamon. He has this song, "I Don't Want You Back." Can you pull that up?
I Don't Want You Back. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that song because he did the video. I think by the bridge in Brooklyn.
Yeah, in Staten Island.
Yeah, so that was the next level of you guys kind of branching off into more R&B artists and expanding your catalog.
Check this out. The kid came out. He was number 2 on the charts in here. Beyonce was 1. He was 2. It was a big gap between Beyonce and him, but he still held the number 2 position.
Uh-huh. Wow, that's big though.
#1 in 26 countries at the same time.
Wow.
#1, 26 countries. He also was the #1 airplay in the world. He was #1. I think Usher was #2, and Maroon 5 is #3.
Wow, those are all big names. So, I mean, is he still on the label? Is he still making music? Where is he at now?
No, he's doing his own thing. He's been working on a lot of stuff. No, we went through that. I signed him to Jive Records back in those days. So, we did the Jive thing with him. Then we had another kid called Jason Downs. He was #5 in Europe.
Okay. Well, we're gonna
Milk did a song with him, White Boy with a Feather. He was a white boy with a feather, and he was part Native American.
Nice. Okay.
And his parents were mixed, Caucasian and Native American, so Milk called the song White Boy with a Feather.
Oh, okay. We might have to look that up and play that as well. But we're gonna go into Eamon, and we're playing I Don't Want You Back.
Yeah, that's G over here talking.
See, I don't know why I liked you so much. I gave you all of my trust. I told you I loved you. Now that's all down the drain. You put me through pain. I wanna let you know I feel. Fuck what I said, it don't mean shit now. Fuck the presents, might as well throw them out. Fuck all those kisses, they didn't mean jack. Fuck you, you go, I don't want you back. Fuck what I said, it don't mean shit now. Fuck the presents, might as well throw them out. Fuck all those kisses, they didn't mean jack. Fuck you, you go, I don't want you back. You thought you could keep this shit from me, yeah. You burned, bitch, I heard the story. You played me. You even gave them head. Now you're asking for me back. You're just another hack. Look elsewhere, 'cause you're done with me. Fuck what I said, it don't mean shit now. Fuck the presents, might as well throw them out. Fuck all those kisses, they didn't mean jack. Fuck you, you go, I don't want you back. Fuck what I said, it don't mean shit now. Fuck the presents, might as well throw them out. Fuck all those kisses, they didn't mean jack. Fuck you, you go, I don't want you back. Yeah. Your question, did I care? You could ask anyone. I even said you were my great one. Now it's over, but I do admit I'm sad. It hurts real bad. I can't sweat that, 'cause I love the hoe. Fuck what I said, it don't mean shit now. Fuck the presents, might as well throw them out. Fuck all those kisses, they didn't mean jack. Fuck you, you hoe, I don't want you back. Yeah.
Feeling like Rafika. I share beauty with everyone. My favorite thing I do every day is do my makeup because it makes me calm. and chills me out.
Makeup makes me feel free.
Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
Radio. Oh, they're the bomb. They got it going on.
Next 100.
My station.
Is your favorite? ATL's Next 100. Turn that. Next 100.
Okay, so we are back. This is the show with Kim Swain here on IBNX Radio Network. We are We Radio. And I am still on the phone with my friend Nat Robinson, founder of First Priority Music. And we've just been having a good time behind the scenes talking about so many. He has stories galore. I mean, he's the type of person you could just sit and talk to and just not want to go home. I mean, you just got to say, I got to go take a break, take a nap, and come back for more. It's just great information and so much knowledge from the industry. So now moving forward, I was asking him, he has some new artists. Airy No Breaks is your new artist, Nat. Tell us a little bit about him and how he got signed to First Priority and what your goals are with him.
Well, he was actually signed. He was signed to Pharrell when he was young, a young kid, and I just met him through my A&R guy, and we just love his music. He's a little different. So what he has one song called Not Right Now, a little out there a little bit. And he's got about maybe almost 500,000 followers on that.
Mm-hmm.
And we just put up a song called Sponsor. And it's M-Demon, but Sponsor is a song, like if you're familiar with sponsors, a lot of young ladies have other people sponsor them for whatever reasons, for rent and food.
That's something. That's a new. See, you with the times, Nat. I'm not with the times like that. I didn't know that was a term.
Oh yeah. So when you play that, you'll hear him talking to the girls, and he's their sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll understand what
I will. Thank you for the preface. Now listen, speaking of sponsors though, I read that he also has a sneaker line. Does he also have his own sneaker line?
Yeah, he's working with a sneaker line, and he's trying to put the thing through Nike. And it's not just a sneaker, it's a sneaker that you can connect to your sneaker to someone else's sneaker, and you have this music thing going.
So it's like a USB sneaker, like a sneaker with a media player?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. I've never heard.
And that's something he came up with himself. He's really a dynamic kid. His father helped him build, to actually put the sneaker together. I think his father's like an engineer or DJ. He was a DJ, and an engineer. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, go ahead. What was you gonna say?
No, I just said he's working on that. He's doing, the guy who did. Not right now is who is he's what's his name? The guy that did Airy song, Not Right Now. Evan.
He's like the engineer for Cardi B.
Oh, okay.
He's the mixing engineer of Cardi B.
And he's based in New York, you mentioned.
Yeah, they're all based in New York. They're in Harlem.
A Harlem artist.
Right in Harlem.
Okay, that's where all the snazzy stuff comes from, out of Harlem.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play his track.
To Phase, we call him Phase. Jonathan Michael is our A&R guy.
Okay.
And he's in New York also.
Okay, so we're gonna play Airy's track right now and give our audience a little taste of what he's all about. And check this out. This track again is called Sponsor. And now we know what that means.
You're right.
Oh, you want some hookah? Y'all want to drink? Oh, y'all hungry? Now I got money. Don't worry about it. Magic, speed up. Just got signed, got beamed up. Right around town with my feet up. Took 4 shots, I'm leaned up. Magic, all these bottles, I'm leaned up. All these miles, I'm free call. Wait a minute, I'm not your mama, your daddy. No, don't give a fuck if you're happy. Nah, all on my face. Mama trying to get saved. Yeah, tucking my braids. Mama trying to get slayed. Yeah, what can I say? Mama trying to get paid. Drinking on my bottle, bitch. Shout to your sponsor. Who got your IG lit, bitch? Shout to your sponsor. Taking trips, blue whip. Shout to the sponsor. Send it to the cash app. Shout to your sponsor. They say I got no respect. I got no regrets. You a savage, I'm a demon. Left her on red, I seen it. So my shit cause I'm bad. I'm serving dick. I need the girl with the bag. Girl, watch your mouth. Love when you're mad. I'll fuck your friend, I'm a savage. Just like magic. Speed up. Just got signed, got beamed up. Right around town with my feet up. Took 4 shots, I'm leaned up. Magic. All these bottles, I'm leaned up. All these mouths, I freak up. Wait a minute. Magic. Speed up. Just got signed, got beamed up. Right around town with my feet up. Took 4 shots, I'm leaned up. Magic. All these bottles, I'm leaned up. All these mouths, I freak up. Wait a minute. Find me on the block like a preacher. Preach, preach. I got more keys than Alicia. She give good brain like a teacher. What they be saying? Niggas ain't shit right. Niggas ain't lit right. Word. You know you lying right. You be drinking on my bottle. Fish, shout to your sponsor. Who got your IG lit? Fish, shout to your sponsor. Taking trips, new whip. Shout to your sponsor. Send it to the cash app. Shout to your sponsor. It's like magic. Speed up. Just got signed, got beamed up. Right around town with my feet up. Took 4 shots, I'm leaned up. Magic. All these bottles, I'm leaned up. All these mouths, I freak up. Wait a minute. Magic. Speed up. Just got signed, got beamed up. Right around town with my feet up. Took 4 shots, I'm leaned up. Magic. Shh. All these bottles, I'm leaned up. All these mouths, I freak up. Wait a minute. Drinking on my bottle, fish, shout to your sponsor. Who got your IG lit, fish, shout to your sponsor. Taking trips, new whip, shout to your sponsor. Send it to the cash app, shout to your sponsor.
Shooting here, like once every other month, or somebody runs from this block with guns. I'll give you 10 minutes. That's all. Like, and my supervisor comes.
Hey, yo, Papa, pack it up. Hey, yo, turn me up. Hey, bad bitch demon. Hit her with the dick, she in love with the semen. Do the bitch stop feeling. Whole team dead, little mama demon. Money bad, gotta move around in the beamer. I do the crime by myself. I put the gun to myself. Hey. She fell in love with the semen. Who gon' stop me? I feel like Rocky. Keep a gun right by my side. Cause niggas move rocky. All this ice, I'm a knee man. Tick tock, the dick I choke is screaming. Broke niggas out here, man, they scheming. Hey yo, Papa, I thought you was a singer, Papa. Papi, I bleed, my neck I see. My rain look like lightning. They scheme on me, my team don't aim for me. Right at your body. Dead in the lobby. Hey, I do the crime by myself.
Sponsor. And we were just listening to Sponsor by Airy, No Breaks. He's an artist on First Priority Records, music. And I'm on the line right now with Nat Robinson. Nat, you know, that song is for the young, but I understand what you're saying. I'm so glad you gave me a preface and clarified what the sponsor meant. Because it's basically a sugar daddy or a sugar mama in the millennial, right? In the millennium. So, you know, moving forward with music, you know, we were talking about Milk D, the lyrics from that song back in the day. We were just having a quick conversation. Now, he also recently got inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. And that's huge in DC, and he deserves that, you know, because look, if we just talk about that one track, it has cleared the way. If you never did anything else at First Priority, that paid off, you know.
And you know, he has a jacket in the African Museum, and Light does also in records. So they have stuff in the museum down in Washington D.C. You know, Obama's project. You know?
Ah, that's cool. Yeah. And we were talking about one of the things that really became a trending topic in social media was when he did an interview. He cleared up the lyrics on Top Billin'. You know, it's like when he said, "Suckers that's down with me."
The one of us.
The one of us. See, I thought he was saying, "Suckers that's Down for, I didn't know what the heck it was. That's when them parts I go, one of us.
Down with me. What do you mean, suckers that are down with you?
Right. You know, there's so many lyrics that my sister she's been clearing up for me because I was saying the wrong ones for a long time. Just knew I knew what I was talking about. But that's a big one, you know, and it makes sense. Now I understand the cadence of his style because, you know, he also clears up. Like, I saw him in school. I saw how creative he was. He wasn't just like a rapper or a singer or, you know, he was involved with the arts and theater and, you know, he had so many different interests. So I can understand, you know, him not just being a rapper, but it was how he delivered his lyrics that, you know, he's an artist that delivered his lyrics in a rap form. And that's what impressed people because no one was thinking of doing it that way, you know?
And people don't realize how important he was in the label situation. Every morning, I actually gave him one of my cards, and on his way to high school, he would stop at the record stores and drop off the records.
Wow.
And he loved it because that way he could drive my car to school.
He used to be on the train. They used to come through the train. That's how I saw him one day. They were walking through the A train just promoting, you know, back in the day when Mary J. Blige first came out, Real Love, they were playing it on the trains. You know, the label promoters would come through with their boom boxes. And I bumped into Kurt on the train, and that's what he was doing, promoting them. You know, I like cherries.
I like cherries because something better. I don't even remember now. But that was actually not the first record either. The first record was a Christmas song called A Christmas Song.
Wow.
And then it was I Like Cherries, and then Top Billin'.
Oh, I'm going to have to pull the Christmas song so we can be playing it through the holidays.
You might. It's going to be kind of hard to find Chuck, the guy from, I can't even think of his last name right now. And he has it, he plays it every Christmas and he laughs. I saw mommy kiss Santa Claus.
Oh, we need that in our life right now. You know, it doesn't necessarily feel like the holidays.
He was about 15 years old when he did that.
He doesn't want, I see what you're saying. That would bring some joy. You know, there's some footage, some back with, you know, memories. Well, Nat, I just thank you so much for taking time out. There's so much more we could talk about. This conversation could go on forever. But
anytime, and we really, really appreciate you, and we appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
So keep it up, darling.
Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Thank you, G. And I will be in touch. And until next time, let's just say that. I hope you guys have a great day and a nice, pleasant visit at the dentist today. No bad news.
Good one, Kim.
You too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nat Robinson, put your hands together. Thank you for joining us. This is the show.
And tell your crew we look forward to their success in the future.
Yes, thank you. Yes. They said thank you. All right. So we'll talk to you next time. Have a great day, Nat and G.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. So that was a great interview. I think, listen, there's so much more that I'd like to talk to him about, but I know we have some time restraints. We got to get to some other things. So we're going to just play a little bit more music. We're going to go into a commercial, and then we're going to close out. This is The Show with Kim Swain.
Want
put her mic on. So I just want to thank everybody for just a great show today. I think, with all our little glitches, we came through. We had a wonderful day. I just want to thank Jada for joining me today and being prepared and just being the beautiful spirit that she is. I'm so happy to have her aboard. Thank you, love. And I want to thank Storm for just being the thunderstorm. You know what I mean? Just being like alert and just on it, knowing what I'm thinking. I love that. That's all about a team. But I want to thank, again, Nat Robinson for sharing all the information. Jada was just saying she feels like she learned something today.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's the point. A lot of us listen to music. Even I could be guilty of back in the day, listening to songs and maybe hearing them 20 years later with my mom, and she'd go, "Oh, that's not the first person who sang that song. Right. That's not the first movie, the time that movie was done."
Y'all put me on. Y'all put me on for sure.
So I'm glad that's what it's all about. And soul inspiration is what I want to give you. Okay, so I'm so grateful. Great information, and so many things to look forward to. I also want to thank Kyle Knight. For coming and sharing his story and his music. He has conscious music to share about true issues going on in the world and in our community.
And we need that right now.
We need somebody to share that, in different ways. Everybody can tell their story, and he's telling his, so I appreciate him. So make sure you follow him as well, Kyle Knight at Kyle Knight Music, KyleKnightMusic.com, and of course FirstPriorityMusic.com, First Priority Music and Media, and you can also follow them on Instagram at First Priority. So this is Kim Swain. It's been a great day. I want to thank you for joining me. In closing, listen, I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll, and I'm a whole lot of soul. And I want to share a song today, this morning when I got in the car. I just was thinking about this song because it's off the beaten path. It's not something you're going to expect to hear on a soul inspiration show, but I do believe there's soul in this song. I'm a big fan of Stevie Nicks, and I love her. I just love her voice. And today when I got in my car, on my playlist was this song. I remember this song from when I was a little girl, and it's true. People are out there turning music into gold. And I just think that if you just, believe in yourself and you believe in your craft, whatever you do, you can turn it into gold. You just can't give up.
Right.
So I want to share this music by, his name is John Stewart. Is that his name? And Stevie Nicks. You're going to think I'm a little strange, but hey, I'm living in Georgia and I hear all kinds of music. My dad played all kinds of music. My dad was a little bit Irish, a little bit Indian, a little bit African. So we used to take trips across the country in his truck, go everywhere. And he had like a truck full of music and like cassettes, and that's how I learned about music. So if you got some music in you, try to turn it into gold and have a great day. This is Soul Inspiration, and this is the show with Kim Swain on IBNX Radio. Have a great day.
Singing to a soul, there's people out there turning music into gold.